Before removing the old compressor, I had a shop use the recovery machine to remove the last of the refrigerant from the system, so there was no pressure left. The compressor suction line's on top there, and the compressor discharge is on the bottom. It has that little hose that comes out, goes up the condenser. Got to take those off. There's just one bolt that holds each of those in. There's O-ring on each one. This 400, there's only 3 bolts that hold in this AC compressor. The first one, the most forward one, is right there. And then that bracket's got to come out too, that bolt goes through. And to get that bracket out, you got to take that nut off right below it, and then that big bracket comes out. Then the last 2 bolts that hold the compressor in are that one right there, and that one in the back right there. The one in the back's the shortest one. And once you get those bolts out and the lines off, the compressor will just kind of hang on this piece right here, and then you can lift it out through the wheel well. All right, I want to make sure this clutch works. Okay, let's get this drain plug out of here. I drained all the oil that came with the new compressor out, and ours came with 4 ounces of oil in it. The 4Runner's AC system holds 5 ounces of oil, so I put half of that into the compressor. The other half of the oil charge will go into the liquid line in part 3. I stood the compressor up on its clutch for about 10 minutes to lubricate its front seal. And it all goes back in just the way you took it out. Before these suction and discharge lines get hooked back up to the compressor, they got to be either replaced or flushed. I replaced this one. This is the discharge line, the compressor, and goes from the compressor to the condenser. I replaced this thing because it sees the highest temperature and pressure of the whole system. And since this thing's been in there for 20 years, I thought it was time to get something new in there. The discharge hose goes into the condenser right there. So this is high pressure liquid refrigerant that comes out of the bottom of the condenser. I would have replaced this line, but they don't even offer it anymore. Toyota doesn't have it anymore. It runs here to the sight glass, then this liquid line runs back to the firewall. As it runs back to the firewall, it separates into 2 pieces right there. I replaced that top piece of the liquid line that goes to the firewall. I was having troubles flushing it out, so I just bought a new one. I removed this suction line to the compressor, and it goes all the way to the other side of the 4Runner, and I flushed it out. Yeah, that suction line comes up and under the 4Runner, comes out here. It goes back down in here. It's a separate piece that runs from here to the firewall. That's that suction line right there. It runs up here to the firewall. I removed that and had it flushed out too. Watch part 3 to see if this is all going to work.